Hello again. This is video number 3 in the Mr. C Teaches series of videos. Today, as I'm sure you can tell by looking at the screen, what I want to do is go through some of the features of Quizlet with you, just in case you're not familiar with this delightful website. What I did is I've set up classes on Quizlet. And you can see my classes are here. There's classical writing Homer A, classical writing Homer B, and then there's Ian's flashcards. You don't need to worry about Ian's flashcards. That's one of my tutoring clients. So there. Anyways, so when I click on the class, it will bring me to a screen, so very much like this, and it has a number of sets. Now, right now, there's just one set under Homer A, and there's just one set under Homer B. And what these are vocabulary lists for the first 4 weeks of our classes. And so I'm going to go ahead and use the Homer B set of words. Everything for Homer A will work the same way. It's just the vocabulary list will be different. So I click on that and I go to the grammar weeks 1 through 4 for Homer B screen. And you can see right there, it tells me what class it is. Some of these features here you won't have access to because I'm logged in as the teacher as opposed to a student. But regardless, the things that we can do are very much the same. The first thing is there's a list of all the words. And it's a wonderful list. There's the term, there's the definition. It will say the word for me.
Antecedent, an expression that gives its meaning to a preform.
Sort of. I mean the the emphasis on the syllables might be a little I don't know, electronic.
Relative clause, a clause starting with a relative pronouns, most often used to define or identify the noun that precedes it.
Very good. And did you notice the mistake that I made there? I can't believe I did that. That should be plural. That should not be plural. That should be singular. I'm going to fix that right now so that it's never a mistake again. All right. So that's the opening screen. Now, one of the things that I can do is I can learn. And when I click on learn, it will bring me to this. And basically what I'm doing now is I'm matching the term to its definition by picking whatever this is. So a person, place, thing, idea, that's a noun. Nicely done, it says. See, it's because I did it correctly. A verbal consisting of the word to. I think that's an infinitive. Ooh, nicely done. I'm going to make a mistake on this next one. The name of a specific, oh, that sounds like a phrase. And then it will say, no, that's not right. I need to study this one. And notice it tells me that the correct answer is. So that's a nice feature. Right, and let me see, a group of words that stand together as a single unit. That sounds like a clause to me. Oh no, I made another mistake. Oh no. A word that expresses action being or state of being. That's a verb. Yeah, I got that one right. A word that describes or modifies a noun or a pronoun is an adjective. And et cetera, et cetera. I'm just going to click on things to get through this as quickly as possible at this point in time so that you get the basic idea, right? And it's going to keep doing this until I get 7 correct, right? So I better buckle down here, okay? A specific person, place, that's a proper noun. Thank you, I know. A group of words that stands together as a single unit. Phrase, very good. A verb that shows a relationship between the subject and another, that's a linking verb, and boom, I have completed 7, right? So there we go. Now I can keep going if I want, but I'm not going to. I'm going to go back. All right, so now I'm back to this screen. I can make flashcards. Now, obviously, this requires a printer. And when I do this, I like to go down to options. I'm sorry. They seem to have changed the format on me. Well, that's annoying. Anyways, flashcards.
An expression that gives its meaning to a preform.
It'll say it for me. And then if I click, it'll flip. to show me what it is on the other side. That's virtual flashcards. All right, we're going to go back again. Please forgive my shock that that screen was different than I remembered. We get to the right option, and we're not really writing, we're typing. And so a verbal that is used as an adjective and most often ends in ing or ed, I would type what I think the answer is there. So let's say I think that's a participle. I think I spelled that right. Hey, I got it correct and I spelled it right. Outstanding. And you have to spell them correctly. You know, the computer doesn't know what you meant. It only knows what you typed. So I go back. Spell, it's very similar to the right, but this is auditory.
Noun.
Now.
Verbal.
All right, and we could keep doing that, but I'm not going to. You got the idea there. Test, I'm going to use this to print tests. Imagine that. And so when I get to options, what it comes out with here is a combination of multiple choice, matching, and fill in the blank, what it calls written questions here. When I do these, I like for them all to be pretty much multiple choice or matching. And I will typically limit the size of the sample. So let's say I want to do 10 words and I create the new test. I can print this as well, right? I can print it. So boom, there it is, it's printing. That comes in handy, right? I'm not going to print it though. I don't want to do that. I might cancel. But this comes in, you know, you can test yourself as well, right? You know, I could fill in all of these blanks. I can answer the multiple choices. And then when I check answers, it will tell me which ones I got right, which ones I got wrong. I go back one more time. Matching, I kind of like this one. This one's kind of fun. Start the game. The goal is to make everything disappear. All right, and the way this works is I got adjective there, and I need to find the definition of adjective, which is right there. Now, if I did this correctly, they vanish. But if I don't do it correctly, they go no, and they part ways, and it's timed. So there's that. Gravity, this is a relatively new feature where I'm trying to protect the planets, and I'm watching out for the red asteroids. This makes it sound like it's pretty fun. And this does require typing, so interrogative pronoun, I did have to type the definition there. Seriously, right? Okay. If I go back, thank you, go back. I can answer with the term, which makes it a little bit easier, right? Instead of trying to type an entire definition, that's just crazy. The part of a sentence that includes a verb, that's the predicate. Oh, it went away. See, I saved the earth, right? Wasn't that exciting? That would be an infinitive. Ooh, I saved the earth again, and see my score is going up. This works great if you type well. If your typing skills are a little lacking, could be problematic. Could be. Keeps a running total on things that I've missed here. Now this option here also comes in handy for print, right? So under those three dots, print. I can print a list if I like studying from a list. I can print 3x5 index cards, assuming you have a printer that will do that. I've also, let's see, printed them this way before, right, where you end up with the terms on one side and the definitions on another. I printed these out and cut them out and used them for matching with clients before. So that can be fun if you like playing matching games. If you want a glossary, it'll give them to you alphabetically. So there you go. All right, let's go back to the set. So that's the Quizlet in a nutshell. Like I said, it's a very useful term. Your weekly plan that you receive from me each class, starting this week, the week of the 10th of September, will tell you to study the vocabulary every day, right? Knowing this vocabulary is important. And that's all I have for this particular video, and I'll metaphorically see you in the next one. Have a good day.